Welcome back. Now, trade relations between Kenya and Tanzania have for years been a love-hate affair. The relation sinking even low when Tanzania seized chicks imported from Kenya and setting them on fire. Despite the downturn, the two nations have enjoyed cordial relations, with President Uhuru Kenyatta in one occasion jointly opening Holulu border crossing point. Regina Manyara highlights some of the hits and misses in the Kenya-Tanzania link.
6,400 chicks imported from Kenya in 2017 to Tanzania banned. Kenya and Tanzania have had sporadic trade relations despite the two belonging to a common market which allows for free movement of goods, people, labor, services and capital within a 6-member bloc.
The Kenya Coast Guard, in its multi-agency approach, is now working with other stakeholders to investigate the reasons that made the fishermen drift into our waters, weather conditions or any other reason. The Kenya government departments will make efforts to use diplomatic channels to contact our Tanzanian counterparts in order to conclude this humanitarian and distress assistance, which is part of the wider mandate of the Kenya Coast Guard.
Kenya largely imports wheat, textiles and clothing and an assortment of goods from Tanzania. In recent years, traders have increasingly been importing cooking gas through the Tanga and Dar es Salaam ports on grounds of cheaper costs and trucking it through the Namanga border, prompting a temporary ban by the Energy Ministry in April 2017. The ban followed Tanzania slapping a restrictive 75% duty on cigarettes from Kenya, prompting the signing of a temporary win-win trade pact between the two nations on July 2017.
From today, we can announce that the decision that had already been arrived at, that the flow of LPG from Tanzania to Kenya and wheat flour from Tanzania to Kenya will go unhampered, and that the flow of milk and milk products from Kenya to Tanzania will take place unhampered, and we know that this has been effected immediately today.
With the deal easing restrictions on wheat flour and cooking gas imports from Tanzania, which extended a similar gesture on milk and cigarette exports from Kenya. Nairobi and Dar es Salaam agreed to iron out the outstanding trade barriers that had seen Kenyan goods locked out of the Tanzanian market.
We're working to complete this one-stop border post so that we put the arrangement of sitting together with the Tanzanian agencies and actually go to 100% of the setup of the one-stop border post.
Tanzania Food and Drugs Authorities had in the past demanded that Kenyan firms exporting to Tanzania register, relabel and retest goods which have already been certified by authorities such as the Kenya Bureau of Standards and Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service. Other than trade disputes, the wild beast migration route pitted the neighbors against each other, with Tanzania blocking the migratory route in efforts to stop the gnus from accessing the Mara River and crossing over into the Kenyan territory from the Serengeti National Reserve in Tanzania. In 2020, when the world was grappling with COVID-19,
with regard to flights from Tanzania,
somebody is departing from a country where is this intense transmission, community transmission, to a point of arrival where is this less transmission. Of course, that poses a significant risk in terms of epidemiological transmission.
Kenya's attempt to ban entry of flights from Tanzania was met with a hostile reception by the neighboring country, which also reciprocated by blocking KQ from its skies.
Kenya has never banned flights from Tanzania. Kenya has never banned travelers from Tanzania. What we have done is to dictate certain health-related protocols of people arriving from various countries.
The issue was later diplomatically resolved.
Maeneo mengi katika Afrika na katika dunia yatapata shida ya chakula. Ni kwa sababu walijilockdown wakati sisi tukiwa tunashughulika kulima. Sasa tutunze vyakula vyetu. Na kama tunaamua kuuza, tuuze kwa bei ya juu sana.
Amid COVID disruptions, a directive by the late President John Pombe Magufuli to increase the prices of food commodities, including tomatoes. Accessing the Kenyan market caused a dip in trade between the two countries, albeit short term. But amid all this, the two nations have maintained trade ties with a number of Kenyan homegrown companies breaking even and shining in Tanzania, from the banking sector to the hotel industry.
Na kwamba sisi ni marafiki, ni ndugu, tuko pamoja. Lengo letu ni kuweka masilahi ya nchi zetu mbele.
One can say without fear or favor ya kwamba we also have shared principles that bind us together.
In December 2018, President Uhuru Kenyatta and the late President John Pombe Magufuli launched a one-stop border post at Namanga, marking a new beginning of cooperation between the two countries.
As Tanzanians mourn the demise of their fifth president, that is the late John Pombe Magufuli, Kenya and Tanzania trade relations, sporadic at best, are here to stay. I'm Regina Manyara reporting for Channel 1 Business.